You're watching SKST Radio.
Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio, and you're tuned in to Real Talk with Cammie, Grayson, and friends. And I have a new friend. He goes by the name of Shawn. Shawn, welcome to the show.
Hello.
How are you today?
Not too bad. Thanks for
Not
having
too
me.
bad. Well, let me tell you something. You got a movie here that I really am enjoying. I'm like right towards the end. And so I won't give any of the story away, but it is good.
Thank
It
you.
is good. So I want to hear about that. But first, I want to hear about you and learn who you are and how you got started.
Well, believe it or not, I was a touring musician. And about 14 years ago, I had a son, and I couldn't tour anymore. It was just very difficult. So I ended up becoming a stay-at-home dad, and my business partner now, me and him got together and basically just started trying to think of ways to be creative, and we got into making movies.
Wow.
And we've been doing that ever since.
Wow. So how long has it been?
I want to say a solid 12 years.
Wow.
So we have a ton of movies, but budgets obviously in the beginning were a lot smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Like Stranded, we had 24,000 to make that. So
wow.
That's been our biggest budget movie so far.
Wow. Well, you know what, and it shows that it's you have a budget. It shows. So that's pretty cool. So what made you just take that turn into actually doing movies though?
Honestly, I felt that for me, movies were a lot like making music. Like for me, it's all about telling a story.
Okay.
So it's like writing a song is telling a story, just like writing a script. A lot more goes into making a movie than making a song, but it was just that storytelling outlet that I really appreciated.
Oh wow. So now, but because you do your own movies, do you still have to do the thing that they ask for as far as turning it into the what do you call it when you write the script, the format? What do they call that? Script format, but it's called something else.
See, we've had to format and reformat sometimes, but generally, since the way we go about getting funding is normally through crowdfunding, we don't have to get anybody's approval to make anything.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, because I'm a writer, and in February they asked me they were interested in my book, Blue Dot.
Okay.
And they were interested in my book, but they wanted me to format it script form.
Gotcha.
And so I didn't know how to do that.
That I feel like that's kind of difficult. I mean, I've got one of the people, actually he was co-writer on Stranded, Cheyenne Gordon. See, he's able to write books and write scripts. I couldn't write a book to save my life. That just takes a different caliber of storytelling to where when it comes to a script, I don't need to put in a lot of detail like about the room or the location, because that's going to be up to whoever's directing it.
Right.
So it's like a lot of the times my scripts are kind of vague, like we enter the house or we enter this dingy room, not something like as detailed as what a book is.
Yeah.
Because
So yeah, and that's how I found it difficult trying to do that screenplay. Yeah. So I found that difficult, but it's easy for me to just write a book. You
Yeah.
know, I could just write, and I do. But actually, my books have a way of forming its own world.
Mhm.
That character kind of goes in a different direction than I expected to, based off of the surroundings and what's going on, and so. But to turn the book into a screenplay, that was hard for me.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm fishing for an easy way to do that in
I
case
would
somebody asks me again.
I would suggest um looking for the script of your favorite movie online. That way it's like your favorite movie, you've seen the movie, and you can see the script to see kind of like what they did to make it happen.
Okay. Okay.
That's because I'm definitely not an author. Just out of my wheelhouse.
Well, so now how do you get your stories? Do they come to you in a dream, or how does that work?
Whew. Well, it really depends. Sometimes I would just get really into something. Like when it came to Bigfoot, it was because I was doing research for a different project that had nothing to do with Bigfoot, really. It just had like mythical creatures in it. So I just started doing research, and then my kids got into it. So we just kind of kept doing research. And um, for me, it seems like there aren't a lot of Bigfoot movies out there.
No.
And the ones that are out there kind of paint Bigfoot into being like this savage monster. And from what research I've done, if Bigfoot exists, uh, I mean, there's no proof that it's some savage beast.
Right. Right.
So
Missing link or something.
yeah,
Well, the thing is, Sci-Fi Channel had a few years ago. Probably, I don't look at Sci-Fi Channel like I used to, but they had a whole thing going on with Bigfoot and being like this bad character, and
yeah,
yeah, and it was good. I love stuff like that. But it was a whole nest of them, right? It was more than one. You thought you were going to get away, but it was like a whole community of them.
yeah.
And so that made it good. So back to your story, though. I mean, your story is amazing. I mean, based off of the beginning, you don't think it's going to turn out the way it's turning out, and then with the whole family, I'm just like, what's really happened here? So don't tell me, because I'm close to the end, and I
I,
want
I
to see for myself.
I definitely wanted it to. I tried to make it feel as real as possible. Like a lot of the actors, um, basically they're saying what they would say in a real life situation.
Yeah.
Like there were lines, but I'm like, say it how you would say it. Don't say exactly what's written down. I don't want it to seem like you're reading a line in your head while you're delivering this. So there was a lot of improv kind of, but I think it helped make it feel real because,
Mhm.
I mean, when you have three siblings that are kind of estranged and they have to go on a trip together, there's gonna be fighting.
Oh yeah, yeah, especially after what happened. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
So um, that was definitely a big thing that I tried to focus on because there's technically like, th- we'll say two storylines to this.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and I just wanted to find a way to try to weave them together to make it seem realistic.
Wow. So, Shawn, we have the trailer. Can I get permission for us to show the trailer? All right. Let's see if Arthur can take care of us. Those awards are phenomenal.
What's all this? Are these woods really that dangerous?
Not that I remember. This seems like something else.
Hello? Hey, if somebody's there, my car broke down. I could use some help.
I'm gonna take this direction here. You take that path over there. Should we really be splitting up?
Kathy, what did you see?
All those awards.
I don't know.
Riley, come in.
There's nothing out there.
Nice.
I love seeing that trailer because if you didn't know, 90% of the film, like literally, unless you see that we're in a house, outside of a house, or in the woods during the day, every bit of that was either filmed in my apartment or in a barn that we
What?
dressed to look like woods.
Wow.
The whole opening, when it turns to night, that is literally in my apartment. And we just wrapped it in black cloth, and we bought off of Amazon a bunch of these. They're about like 2 to 3 foot long, and they're like wire trees. Like, and we just got some branches and like that were either fallen or we broke some off, and we set them up right, and just we made woods.
Wow. See, that's the magic of doing movies. It's just amazing. You put us in a whole new world. And I mean, like I said, I'm enjoying the movie and seeing, I wouldn't have never thought you guys were not in the woods.
Yep.
That was amazing.
Unless you can 100% see like everything. I know the opening is in the woods. But once they get stranded, all the way until the very end, that is either my apartment or a barn that we rented. And literally, it was big enough to where we could make it look like there was a road in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we just literally got a bunch of trees. We actually got a bunch of trees from Dave Chappelle's property here in Ohio. Our lead, Brittany Blanton, her friend works Dave Chappelle's property, and yeah, they were clearing out a bunch of brush and trees, and literally they drove down a trailer full of just brush from Dave Chappelle's yard.
Oh my gosh. See that again, that's the magic of it. That's the whole magic of it. I mean, people would never have guessed that's how you guys staged that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I love it. I love it. The magic of it all. It's so wonderful. So now, Shawn, so the movie has all these awards. Tell me about the festivals.
It was crazy. We did over the last year, that's pretty much all we did was go to film festivals. I honestly don't know how many awards it has won. I don't want to say I stopped counting, but I believe it was at 15 the last time an award showed up.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So now what about your support system? You mentioned your family. So who's helping you and keeping you on the straight and narrow?
I would like to say that that's like probably a collective of people, because it's not an easy task.
Yeah.
I bounce around. It's probably ADHD, but like even right now, I've got 3 different film projects going, and there's more on the horizon. And then I'm promoting like Stranded, because Stranded's getting ready to come out. So It's it's pretty much everybody, my whole team. Travis Wilson, Ryan Stacy, Andrew Moore, Scott Gillespie. Uh, they're great people. They bounce things off of me. I bounce things off of them. It just, I think it keeps us all kind of like fresh,
Mm-hmm.
like being able to continue to be creative, but not like crazy about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like, I won't lie, I have pneumonia, and I'm basically stuck on an oxygen tank for the next 12 weeks. And just knowing that makes me so antsy. Like, I'm ready to go make a movie now.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet. But you know, you got to sit down. You got to rest. You got to take care of yourself. And I know it sounds like it's impossible, but you know, literally, I was sick maybe last week. I think last week I got sick, and I work full time, and I do the business here full time, and then I like to draw. I like to. I bought a keyboard. I want to learn how to do the keyboard. I mean, just like you said, it's hard to sit down, and then my mind is always going, you know. And so it sounds like we have the same thing going on. So I'm here to say, as a friend, take it easy. It's only one you.
I'm trying, but it's a lot to process.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. But you know, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do to take care of you, because you can't produce more cool films like this one if you don't take care of yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So what's next for Shawn?
I'm currently working on a Mothman film.
Cool.
Because I just was Stranded, and a movie I did before Stranded. They've all been kind of monster movies. So I'm really, there aren't enough monster movies out there anymore. Like,
Yeah.
if they're all like CGI flying sharks, or something like just crazy. To where I've kind of just gotten, I like the lore to a lot of these cryptids, like Bigfoot and Mothman, and
Mhm.
just all kinds of things.
Well, I don't want to say I've started writing it, but in my dreams, reoccurring dreams, we have alien spaceships coming down. And
Yeah.
so I know I need to get up and start writing it down so it can go away. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'm always going, because I guess you see it in the tabloids, right? I just saw not too long ago that they finally opened up, you know, all the real aliens that's out there and all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking, you
Oh,
know what? We need a good alien movie.
yeah.
We need a good alien. Independence was my favorite movie. So if that gives you an ideal of how kooky I am, you know. So, but I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your team. The movie is great. I'm enjoying it. And I'm not just saying that to be saying it, because I'm watching it right now and it's really good. Um, the actors, I think the siblings, they really connect. And so that's good, you know. I mean, I can see my family fighting like that, you know. It's just that's what we do, you know. That's what you do when you with your siblings, especially with the situation that brought them together, you know.
Yeah.
So, well, tell people how they can see the film.
It should be pretty much everywhere November 7th, digitally. Probably Vudu, Amazon, Xbox, PlayStation, things like that. And probably after the first of the year, I know that they're going to do a physical release.
Nice. Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, words of wisdom. Okay, so if you can give a director who's trying to strive to be where you are and do movies, what would your advice be to them?
Don't be afraid to fail. In my almost 40 years on this earth, I feel like if I wouldn't have failed as many times as I did, I wouldn't have eventually saw things from a different aspect. Like, I feel like sometimes this industry is a lot of patting people on the back. Like, you'll get into some film festivals, and like, I'm not gonna lie, starting out, I felt untouchable. Like, I'm doing something awesome. I was riding that high horse that nobody else knew I had.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just very kind of egotistical of me. And I learned very quickly that I was a very small fish, to where it was like, okay, I'm just doing things the wrong way. And I rubbed some people the wrong way as well. So definitely, you know, I guess that's kind of two different things.
Yeah, but still, it teaches you growing pains, right? It
Right.
teaches you to be humble, and
Yeah.
so I'm reading the message. I received it, and so I mean that's great. You know, at least to be able to say what you just said, that was hard.
Well, and like, I don't know, like I've thought a lot about that kind of thing because it's to a point where it's like there's so many people coming out, like making films and like using their iPhones and stuff, and that is amazing. That is amazing that it's getting that easy. Like, for real, 12 years ago, like a camera cost about $2,500 that you can now get for like 1,000.
Yeah.
That is 10 times better. Like, filmmaking is getting easier. The only thing that kind of sucks is the arrogance behind the like newcomers to an extent.
Right.
Don't get there are some really nice newcomers out there, and I embrace those people. But there are also some people who are just, I don't know, doing it for the wrong reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Why not do it? Because you can do it, right?
right. Like, I don't know. For me, it's like, it's, I don't want to say it's an art, but it is an art, but it's more of a passion. Like,
Yeah.
if I didn't have the passion to make movies, I wouldn't be making movies.
Right. Right.
So it's like, there are some people out there that are just like, I can make a movie, so I'm gonna make a movie.
Yeah.
And I guess follow your passion.
I like that. Yeah. It makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
When it's something you really, really like and enjoy doing. Yeah. So, Shawn, it's been a pleasure.
It has.
I really enjoyed myself with you today, and I would love to invite you back. I want to keep up with your projects. We're going to try to get this out here the best way we can, get people to view it when it comes out in November, and just keep doing it. Just keep going, but relax some. Take care of yourself some.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I'm going to try. Boy, let me tell you. All right. Well, you try. A hard try.
Okay.
Hard try. Okay. Thank you so much for being on the show today. And you know what? We'll see you next time. All right. Until next time, guys, SKST Radio. Bye, Shawn.